Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
All right. And the eggs have come down in price, as we know. Nevertheless, epic day. So, the question on everybody's mind is that the top? It could well be the top, but let's examine a little bit closer so that we at least are prepared. Look, at this point in time, this could have sold and filled that gap. Today we sold and we filled the little Powell gap from last Thursday to Friday. Pretty decent buys, I'm sure you would agree, right? And it is always pleasant. Kind of reminds me of this setup here, honestly, where you have a huge gap down. This is also coincidentally, there are no coincidences, the first of the month, first trading day, right? Remember? Boo! And then off we went on this thing, right? They wouldn't do the same thing twice, would they? Well, most of you, maybe not all the new members, but most of you have been around so long and survived the shit show that when you've read Twitter and listened to financial news, I've now been told that September is the most bearish month. I don't even know how many times, but too many times in a few days. Okay, so I'm taking all that with a grain of salt because the market shouldn't be here in the first place. Okay, so now it is but tomorrow, look, we should trade at higher prices. Why is that? Because we ripped the higher day into close. We had an early high, came down, we filled that gap, we caught look at where low of day is. I don't know if you comprehend. Bill does. But I don't know if you comprehend that I had 6360 calls today. First scale was at 20%. Put my stop on, marked the level, and took a nap. Literally. While I was waiting for Trump. 130 points. And then we got that 65 a day. And then this was also a 65% trade. So pretty dialed in. Now, let's review. Here's the 3-day. Todd and I were looking at that level. Coincidentally, that was the FOMC level for SPX. That's a hammer candle. Tomorrow, we want to close over the 9. What does a close over the 9 do? Well, let's go back to the pattern, right? On the daily that we're looking at here. Just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days here to get to 9/11. Is it doable? Yes, it's doable. It is absolutely doable since the daily RSI, what do I always preach? Daily RSI is bullish as long as, yes, ding, 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 ding. It's over 50. That's a lot of buy volume. So do I still think we can have a date with the 50? Yeah, but this is extraordinarily bullish news for Apple. And, you can only wish that you were in Apple or Google calls. But like, goddamn, dude. And then holding the price down there while the MACD does that. I mean, come on with the, foaming at the mouth. I haven't even looked at Google. But I told you, as soon as the news came out, look at that stickeroni. What in the fondue is that even? It's not even updating me. But that's a big stick. That's all time. What is that? Is that all time high? That's all time high on Google, right? Yeah, okay, so like, what have I said? Google is the #1 AI name. I mean, look at this shit. This is insane. So, is it that bearish? However, now that we got to put the bull jerky back in the bag just for a sec, guys. If the Supreme Court rules against the tariffs, and Trump did look pissed, you will have the fastest date with the freaking daily 200 you've ever seen. I think if you just again to show you the difference. No tariff deals. Supposed tariff deals. Trump said today that the market is down because the market is scared about tariffs. He also said that we are the leader in AI because of the tariffs. Okay, doesn't matter what bag you put this in, if it's Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, it's a freaking burger. So do know tomorrow, pachum or pachum, if we get it during market hours. So again, what did we do? Listen, and if you're new or not, you know what I do. I always sniff out top range once we're around here or into close. What is around 20 cents if I can catch something? Well, you all guys saw, and then I alerted in the chat again that I'm selling half. I mean, what did the 644s run? Like 150 something, okay? And I also have 641. So great day. Ended up with 19% on the port. I don't think any of these Twitter gurus did that, but anyways. So we're gonna be playing this QQQ. Will be in full bull mode if we can take out that, and if it goes there and this is some mega W, bro, I am there waiting on a dip. And again, Avgo Thursday, I think, okay, and I like that they're killing contracts here. So Avgo missed meta today. I would have fucking loved 720s, but that wasn't my play. Okay, also up after hours. I felt I missed that move, so I wasn't gonna buy it there. I was trading SPX, but I mean, again, this has gone sideways and down for a while now, so I was kind of waiting on gap fill, but maybe I get that tomorrow. Maybe I won't want to buy it, you know, if the tariffs are a thing. If not, this is gonna rip. Same thing, I've talked about Microsoft to death. Once it's out of this chop range, it'll go. Okay, missed Netflix this morning because I was we'll get to what I was doing, but would I have loved this move? So Netflix is going to be something we look at every Monday now, because that's when it moves. Okay, I was too busy with the gap down looking at, oh, what hasn't sold, and shorted JPM with 300 puts and caught this whole move on the first 5-minute candle. I mean, and I rarely play puts. I mean, that was a great play. And then I was still looking at it here when it was unsure what the market was gonna do. You know what I mean? But yeah, got out of that. Perfect. So I had a good day. Now it's just my job not to fuck it up. All right. Namo. Look at that. Look at that. The Namo didn't even bounce today because that whole move was after hours. So the Namo, if tech holds tomorrow, this is going to be back over 50. It's going to be super bullish. Okay, you also saw that huge MOC that we pointed out to you. And again, guys, if you're day trading and scalping, slap a Bollinger Band on the tick. That's always a good tool. Overall, if you're thinking that this market is a pig, which it is, and you want to short something, That's a fucking hammer. But again, that's like Bollinger Band Pierce right there. Look at this. Bollinger Band Pierce hammer. Ding, ding, ding. So again, we got to keep an eye out. There's a lot of similarities here with the patterns. This is still absolutely my number one short play. And there's nothing wrong with buying some puts with time on these things. You will most likely make money. However, with that said, today was just a VIX trade. Remember? I said, hey, we just filled the VIX gap. I posted it in the chat. I said we're trading the VIX today. That means that we're not following Nvidia or Apple strength or Microsoft strength. We're trading this inverse, right? Okay. Now, I've seen the market gap up from these levels. As far as the print tomorrow, meaning jolts, if it shows like 7.4, 7.3, it will play into the Fed narrative at this point, in my opinion. If there's like way less, or like let's say 8 million, that's going to be bad for the market. So they really want that to be the number to feel comfortable about pushing it up. And then we are going to be on Sniper Watch. We're going to be watching the premiums live. Oh, speaking of premiums, did you guys see that today? I think Ron said, hey, it's about Space Force. I started looking at ASTS, and to just get the right thing sorted out as fast as possible, asked Double J, who came in like a space rocket. While I was checking ASTS contracts, he was checking out this 100, and this is, I had to enter here, right? Remember? Then I still held them. Here they clocked in at 103%. So I'm still holding because I'm like, okay, the 53s were mispriced. Yeah, let's go for it. So thank you to Double J, and thank you to Todd today with those the new flex capacitor. That also, it's, I mean, I check the range every day, but it's good to have something to confirm it. Okay, that thing is absolute gold that he's cooked together. But yeah, so let's see what we get tomorrow. It's gonna be a spicy week. God bless.